Chag Sameach, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful, sweet Passover this year. I'd like to welcome you to the Kol Ami family-friendly Seder. We're filming in a bunch of different places, and we're starting in Tucson at right in front of the Catalina Mountains. But the first group I would like to introduce to you are kids from the Strauss ECE who are going to be singing a song, Hine Matov, how good and wonderful it is that we are all together. Now can we do it again? And I want you to sing really loud with me. 1, 2, 3, go. Now we officially begin our Seder with Kadesh or Chatz. That's the song that talks about all the different symbols and the parts of the Seder. And we have emojis in front of you to help you sing the song. So please join me singing Kadesh or Chatz. And let's sing it like this. Kadesh or Chatz, Karpas Yachatz, Magid Rota, Mosi Matzah, Maror Korech, Shulchan Orech, Safun Barech, Halel Nirtzah. But you know what? I think in order to not fall asleep like it shows that last emoji, we have to sing it faster. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Kadesh or Chatz, Karpas Yachatz, Magid Rota, Mosi Matzah, Maror Korech, Shulchan Orech, Safun Barech, Halel Nirtzah. Yay! Now you should have your first cup of juice or wine. And let's pick up our cups and we're going to say the Kiddush. We're going to end before the last prayer because we have something really special to do. We have to say Shehechianu and then we can drink. So here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. L'chaim, everybody, take a drink. Go, go, go. I need to introduce the people who are participating with me. You'll see my brother Russ, my sister-in-law Anat, my niece Laura, and my dad who was with us last year, and they're all participating in the Seder with me together. We're going to continue with the blessing for the karpas, which is over the greens. Going to put up a slide with the blessing for karpas that we're going to say together. We dip it in salt water. This is it. And we do dip, dip, dip. And why do we dip it in salt water? Because of the tears that our ancestors were crying, and they were salty tears. And we say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei Pri Ha'adama. Yum. So let's do the next part of the Seder. And we have something really important to kids. We're going to break the middle matzah and we're going to put it in a little bag and we're going to hide it. And I bet your parents are going to hide something around your house too, so that you can find the afikomen. The afikomen becomes the dessert, but it represents the bread that our ancestors ate. I'm not going after that. The bread that our ancestors ate in the land of Egypt. And we say, all who are hungry, come and eat. And all who are needy, come and celebrate Passover with us. And we celebrate here now. Next year, may we be in the land of Israel, or at least all together with our families. Next year, may we be truly free. So one of my friends, who's a lot younger than I am, is going to ask the 4 questions tonight. And the 4 questions are asked by kids to find out what's going on at the Seder. So we're going to invite Casey to come and ask the 4 questions for us. Karen?
מה נשתנה הלילה הזה מכל הלילות, מכל הלילות, שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים אמת ומצה, אמת ומצה. הלילה הזה כולו מצה. הלילה הזה כולו מצה. שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים ירחות, ירחות. הלילה הזה מרור, מרור. הלילה הזה מרור, מרור. שבכל הלילות אין אנו מתפילים אפילו פעם אחת, אפילו פעם אחת. הלילה הזה שתי פעמים. הלילה הזה שתי פעמים. שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים בין יושבינו ובין מסובים, בין יושבינו ובין מסובים. הלילה הזה כולנו מסובים. הלילה הזה כולנו מסובים.
Thank you, Casey. I'm going to ask Laura to read the translation of the 4 questions because not all of us understand Aramaic that well.
How different this night is from all other nights. On all other nights, we eat bread or matzah. On this night, why do we only eat matzah? On all other nights, we eat all kinds of vegetables. On this night, why do we eat only maror? On all other nights, we do not have to dip vegetables even once. On this night, why do we dip them twice? On all other nights, we eat our meals sitting any way we like. On this night, why do we lean on pillows?
So there is a song that my sister-in-law Anat told me, and she taught me, and it's part of the answer. And this is what Pharaoh, the mean king of Egypt, was making us do all the time. And we have to bang our hammers. So you have to show me how to do it. Are you ready?
Right.
Yeah.
Bang,
Bang, bang, bang,
your
hammer.
low.
Bang, 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 give a heavy blow. For it's work, 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 every day and every night. For it's work, 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 when it's dark and when it's light. Dig, 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 dig your shovels deep. Dig, 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 there's no time for sleep.
For it's work,
work, work every day and every night.
for it's
Work, work, work,
when it's
dark and when it's light. So we have the story of Passover, and the problem is there are all different kinds of people, and we have to answer these questions in different ways so everybody will understand them. So Uncle Russ is going to play the father, and then Laura is going to play the wise child, and I'm going to play the wicked child, and Anat's going to play the simple young child, and then Gigi is going to play the child who is so young he doesn't know how to ask the question. Are you ready? Here we go. Said the father to his children,
at the Seder you will dine, you will eat your fill of matzah, you will drink 4 cups of wine.
now the father had no daughters, but his sons they numbered 4. One was wise and one was wicked, one was simple and a bore. But the 4th was sweet and winsome. He was young and he was small. While the brothers asked the questions, he could scarcely speak at all. Said the wise son to his father,
would you please explain the laws and the customs of the Seder? Would you please explain the cause?
and his father proudly answered,
As our forebears ate in speed, ate the paschal lamb till midnight, and from slavery we were freed.
Then did sneer the son so wicked, what does all this mean to you? And the father's voice was bitter as his grief and anger grew.
If yourself you don't consider as the son of Israel, then for you this has no meaning. You could be a slave as well.
Then the simple son said simply,
What is this?
and quietly, the good father told his offspring, we were freed from slavery, sorry. But the youngest son was silent, for he could not speak at all. His bright eyes were bright with wonder as his father told him all. Go ahead.
Now, dear children, heed the lesson and remember evermore what the father told his children, told his sons who numbered 4.
Very nicely done, guys.
So here we go. There was a mean king named Pharaoh, and Pharaoh wanted the Jewish people to work so hard that Moses went to him, and do you know what he said? Here we go. Ready? Abby, are you ready? Yeah. Oh, listen, oh, listen, oh, listen, King Pharaoh. Oh, listen, please let my people go. They work so hard all day. They want to go away. King Pharaoh, what do you say? What does he say? No, no, no. I will not let them go. No, no, no. I will not let them go. So let's do it again and sing with me and do the motions with me. Here we go. Oh, listen, oh, listen, oh, listen, King Pharaoh. Oh, listen, please let my people go. They work so hard all day. They want to go away. King Pharaoh, what do you say? What do you say? No, no, no. I will not let them go. No, no, no. I will not let them go. You know what? So Pharaoh said, no, 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 I will not let them go. And God said, I'm going to make Pharaoh let them go. And do you know what he sent to Pharaoh? One morning when Pharaoh awoke in his bed, there were frogs in his bed and frogs on his head, frogs on his nose and frogs on his toes. Frogs here, frogs there, frogs just jumping everywhere. But frogs jump faster than that. So are you ready? We're going to sing it together again. One morning when Pharaoh awoke in his bed, there were frogs in his bed and frogs on his head, frogs on his nose and frogs on his toes. Frogs here, frogs there, frogs just jumping everywhere. Can you do it faster? Really fast? Here we go. One morning when Pharaoh awoke in his bed, there were frogs in his bed and frogs on his head, frogs on his nose and frogs on his toes. Frogs here, frogs there, frogs just jumping everywhere. That was good.
Now, when we do the 10 plagues, we have a tradition of lessening our joy by taking a little bit of our juice or our wine and dipping it onto the plate, 1 drop for each plague. That way we don't get to drink it. We have to get rid of it the way we get rid of the 10 plagues that God brought down to help Pharaoh change his mind.
And we're going to say it in Hebrew and in English. Ready? Dam, blood, Sephardeia, frogs, Kinim, lice, Arov, wild animals, Dever, cattle disease, Shechin, boils, Barad, hail, Arvel, locusts, Choshech, darkness, Makat Bechorot, the slaying of the firstborn.
The 10 plagues were so terrible that Pharaoh did change his mind and he decided to let the Jewish people go. When he let us go, we ran away so fast that we put our bread dough on our backs and we didn't have time for it to rise. So we ended up with matzah, which looks like crackers and it's not puffy and soft like bread. But there were so many things that God did for us to help set us free that we sing this song, Dayenu. If he had just done one thing, it would have been enough, but God did all of these things for us. So join with the ECE singing Dayenu.
Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Now listen. Ilu Hotsianu, Mimi try, Hotsianu, Mimi try, Dayenu. Smile. Dayenu, 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 Dayenu,
There are a lot of symbols on your Seder plate, but I'm going to talk about 3 of them now. One of them is called the Pesach. The Pesach is the lamb shank bone, and it represents the Passover sacrifice. When God came to do the last plague, the way the Jews kept God's angel from entering their house was by spreading some of the blood of the lamb on the doorposts of their house, and God and the angel of death passed over us. And that's why we call it Passover. The next symbol is the matzah. The matzah is what I told you about before, this special cracker bread that didn't get a chance to rise because we cooked it so fast on our backs. But we will say a blessing for that in a minute and taste it. The third thing that we have is the maror. And I always think that when you eat maror, the bitter herb, it makes you roar because it's so spicy and so hot. But some people really like it. I actually like it on my gefilte fish, but I don't like eating it plain. Anyway, those three things are really important to the Seder, and you can't have a Seder without explaining what those three things are. But at this point in the Seder, we raise our second cup of wine or juice and we sing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen, l'chaim. And then we do the blessings. We say hamotzi over the matzah because it really is a kind of bread. So we sing hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. But wait, don't eat it yet, because we have to say the blessing that's special for matzah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat matzah. I would eat a bigger piece, but then I couldn't keep going with the Seder. That's the blessing that says that God commanded us to eat matzah. So the next part is tasting the maror. And some people just put it on a spoon and taste it. And some people put it with charoset. Charoset is apples and wine, and some people put nuts in theirs, some people put dates in theirs, but it looks like cement, but it tastes delicious. So if you put a little bit of maror, a little bit of horseradish with the charoset, it's not so bad. And you say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al achilat maror, and you take a little bite. Oh, that's hot. That's really hot. So you can eat your Seder dinner now, but we're going to end with a special song. It's called Chad Gadya, and it's about a little kid that my father bought for 2 zuzim. And when we sing it, in my family, we always did the animal sounds and the sounds of all the things that were going on during the song. So sing it with us, enjoy your dinner. And I want to thank the Strauss ECE for singing with me, Casey Burke for doing Manish Tana, the 4 questions. And I would like to thank my brother, my sister-in-law, my niece, and my dad of blessed memory, Seneca Ehrman. And I special thank you to Sydney Ruskin, who put this whole thing together and edited the whole service. So you can watch this and do this anytime you want. But thank you for joining me for our family Kol Ami Seder. Chag Sameach. And it goes like this. Chad Gadya, Deza ben Abba Bitrezu se Chad Gadya, Ve'ata shun ram meow, Ve'achale Gadya, Deza ben Abba Bitrezu se Chad Gadya, Ve'ata kal baraf. Nashach leshun ramia, yachale gadya bet. Dizabben naba bitrezu zechad gadya,
Ve'ata chutra, v'hikale kalba, Dinashaf lishun ramia, Ve'achale gadya, Zabena babi trezus echad gadya, We're going to skip to the last verse that has everything. And here we go. Ve'ata hakadosh baruch hu. Hallelujah. V'shachat lemalach hamavet. V'shachat leshofet. V'shachat letorah. V'shata lemaya. Whoosh. V'chava lenura. Crackle, crackle. Saraf lekudra. V'hika lechalba. V'nashach leshunra. Ve'achale gadya. Nisabena babi trezus echad